That day when my biggest enemy was completely ruined, she became my kept girl. Every day I would hold her close to me, sleep with her, and her face would turn red with anger. Still, by tolerating all the insults, she became a debt-ridden Cinderella in a single night. His old enemies immediately came to humiliate him further. "Miss Bai, lick my shoe, I will give you 10,000, otherwise just by selling drinks, you will be my tax even in 10 births." I looked at him with a half smile and said, "What else?" As soon as he heard what I said, his face immediately turned black. I threw the pre-prepared contract and a wad of money in front of him. "Stay with me, I will give you 10 haj every day." I taunted by placing my hand on her waist. 10,000 every day. I will keep you with me. Right now you are in debt. Who will help you besides me? His fingers started shaking in anger due to insult. Don't know why, the lake grazed. She slowly bent her knees and started picking up the notes scattered on the floor, one by one, with a deep insult on her face. His voice had become heavy. "Fang Yuan, do you always help people like this?" I slapped her lightly on the back. I hated her because I couldn't have her. After all, her face was like a beautiful character from a game. And her attractive figure could make anyone's heart skip a beat. I thought that my whole life would just silently burn away, and I refused to watch it. I held her chin and forced her to look at me. "Bining Bing, do you know what the girl who lives with me should do?" The corners of his eyes turned red. After a long time, he tried to get up. He immediately held my leg. His dry voice was barely audible. No, the power of money ultimately did not give him the courage to refuse. She slowly got up and came to me on her knees. It was evident on his face that I had almost no experience in such relationships. I never thought that Bing Bing would agree to everything I said in such a calm and easy manner. I decided in my mind that now I have to establish my dominance. After a while, it was clearly written on his face that he did not want to do this at all. "Hattie." I repeated the same thing again. "If you don't feel like it, return the money." He gritted his teeth. At last he reluctantly put down the thing he was holding in his hand and came in front of my eyes. "Fang Yuan," he called my name angrily. But she couldn't do anything. So she quickly turned towards the bathroom as if she wanted to hide herself from me. I also followed him. She was washing her hands. Despite this, she still stood there silently. She was trembling with anger. His breathing also started increasing. When I continued teasing her, a muffled moan came out of her mouth. "Fang Yuan." He called my name. I placed the fingers of my other hand on her lips. What's more, to be honest, I too did not have any such strange hobby. I was just teasing her. I had already got complete satisfaction by teasing her like this. I used to try all the methods that I knew of to tease her. Didn't understand. She is already bankrupt. What else does he need now? Ito Makoto's face became serious. Even after going bankrupt, a woman like Bai Ningbing may have 10,000 ways to make a comeback. Without worrying about her, I looked at Bai Ningbing, who was cleaning in the distance. "Bai Ningbing, come here. You better tell Ito Makoto. What are you to me now?" At first Bai Ningbing obediently walked towards me. But as soon as she heard what I said, a woman like Bai Ningbing would sell herself to such an extent for money. I still can't believe it. "And what do you make him do every day?" I spoke stammering. "Now she is completely mine. What else will happen?" Ito Makoto once again looked towards Bai Ningbing. It seemed as if he had to work very hard to convince himself, and you even teased Bai Ningbing. After all, what have you done to us? Even though Bai Ningbing has gone bankrupt, it is unbelievable that she would sell herself. When Fanjuan saw Bai Ningbing living with such a beautiful woman, he immediately understood where my eyes were fixed. He quickly covered himself with his hands. His face was filled with shame and irritation. I too felt a little hesitant when I was caught red-handed, but in the next moment I remembered now I am a sugar mummy. What is there that I can't see? How can Mom dare to cover it? I said with full confidence, "Why are you shouting so much? Now I am living with you, all this is already mine, What is the problem in taking a look? I will just look at it. I will also touch it. Bai Ningbing did not expect that I would say such a simple thing. Her mother-in-law seemed to be stuck in her throat, neither able to swallow nor spit. Her face turned red again. I slowly started moving towards her. What happened? What happened? She started taking off her clothes and started looking at me. Okay, whether I have done anything or not, if you want to see, then see as much as you want. I was completely stunned. I just kept looking at her. She was one by one. After taking off her clothes, I went to open the door. Who's who? I'm coming. I'm coming. As soon as I opened the door, there was a fashionable and handsome man standing outside. He asked in a loud voice, "Is Bai Ningbing here?" I immediately recognized him. He was the elder son of the Ji family. I don't know when Bai Ningbing had put on all her clothes again so quickly. She had also worn a coat on top, and she still had my underwear in her hand, which she had not yet seen. Hadn't kept Jibu's gaze down. Bai Ningbing didn't even look at us. She went back to the bathroom and opened the tap and started washing again. Jibuo was heartbroken. He moved forward and grabbed Bai Ningbing's hand and pulled her towards him. Sister Ning also went closer and looked at her with helpless eyes. All my pride from a moment ago had vanished. I should have treated her a little better first, if she thought that I was not only poor but also stingy, and she turned out to be so loyal. Jibuo became even more uneasy after hearing this. What is she holding against you? Tell me. I will definitely help you. Bai Ningbing continued to work. Her voice was absolutely calm. She held it against me. I have given the money, now you can go. But Jibuo became even more sad after hearing this. He glared at me and said, "How much do you have? How much money can you give to Sister Ningbing, and on top of that you also insult her with money?" I had only spent about 30,000 yuan on Bai Ningbing, that is, only for 3 days. Perhaps Bai Ningbing also remembered this. He looked at me from top to bottom, then a slight smile appeared on his lips, and by the way he threw the binding card towards me. "Fang Yuan, you are very stingy. There are 200,000 yuan here. I am taking it now." He really knows how to take Bai Ningbing. Feeling this, I immediately stretched my neck and said, "I am not the one to sublet, okay, 50 lakhs," I quickly said. "Just stay here," he said in a calm voice. 2 crores. I became silent after hearing this amount. 2 crores. I did not get only 4 lakhs in my pocket every month. 2 crores meant that a big part of the entire 4 years would have to be spent on it, but if I gave it to Jibuo, then for the next 4 years I would not need to ask for money from home. I thought, if I spend time with her first tonight and then show her to Jibuo tomorrow, then what do you guys think of me? She looked at Jibuo with stern eyes. "Mr. Ji, are you intentionally insulting me by bidding like this? I am bankrupt, my condition is bad, but I still have some respect." I went straight to the bathroom and closed the door from inside. Only me and Jibuo were left outside. We both of us looked at each other with surprise. We apologized, tried to convince her, but she did not answer a single thing of ours. Only her cold laughter was heard. I tried to explain again. "I have already brought you to my house, have bought so many things for you. Of course I consider you my own person." After about 2 hours, for the first time, she said, "Crore was a small amount. I was not as rich as her. Can I even go to Lala Cha for a moment?" I was wrong. I knew it was my fault. I said softly, "Bai Ningbing, sorry, it's okay. Now that you have come to my house, I promise you don't think about such a test. Which person in the world would be able to pass such a test easily?" When she saw that I was not able to answer, her self-esteem got hurt again. There was a slight sadness in her voice. "Okay, I understood." Now she went to me and came out with a cold face. She cooked food for me, then without saying anything she went back to the guest bedroom, and closed the door from inside. Her intention to break all relations with me was very firm. "When I saw that you were still mine, as long as you are my canary, you will have to fulfill the responsibilities of the canary." There was silence in the room for a few moments, then a soft voice came. "What do you want?" I replied without wasting a moment. "Tonight I will open the door for you slowly." Bai Ningbing was only wearing a nightgown. Her face looked very beautiful in the pale yellow light. She asked, "Sure." I looked at her and said, "Yes." My major slowly went down. I realized that she was not at all inexperienced. In fact, she was very, very good at it for me. I was almost unable to control myself. After getting close to each other several times, I collapsed completely on the bed. There was no one nearby. I called several times, "Bai Ningbing," but there was no answer. There were still all the things in the house that I had bought for her, but the whole house seemed empty. Bai Ningbing was gone. I sat down on the sofa dejectedly after several rounds. All the things of the past 2 days started disappearing in my mind. How I used to dominate her, how wonderful her figure was, how well she did everything, and as she had also prepared the food in the gyus. Then why is she delivering food now? And also seeing her luck, she got the order right in the rich spoiled People's Fair area, man, I am feeling very sorry for her. Now explained that the old-time scholar was a prostitute. Some rich boys were surrounding her and making fun of her. One said, "What do you mean? There was an accident on the way. According to the platform you were 13 minutes late, Miss Bai. That much. Why are you pretending to be poor? To whom are you showing all this?" Looking at her, she was looking even more helpless and weak than the night at the bar. Seeing this, my blood boiled. I immediately stood up. God damn it, how dare these people bother my little golden canary? I immediately shouted at the top of my lungs, "That's it." Everyone turned towards me together and started looking at me. I took the bundle of notes from the back. I took it out and waved towards them. "What is all the fuss about? What would have happened if you were late by a minute? You don't know that this is me." Initially everyone was taking me lightly, but as soon as they recognized me, their faces changed. My father's company may not be the biggest, but in our circle most of the people do not dare to mess with me. They whispered amongst themselves for some time, then looked at me and went away from there. Bai Ningbing was still standing there, neither with her head bowed, nor with pride, like a white flower blooming in a storm. My heart ached. I looked away from her face, then my eyes went to her torn pants. There was a little blood on the edge. Maybe there was an injury inside. I extended my hand to look at her, but she immediately stepped back. She let out a small sigh in pain. I got scared. I ran to hide her. Doesn't this prove my truth? Hurry up. Let's see how much it hurt. But she still wouldn't let me go. She raised her head stubbornly and said, "Am I just your toy?" "If I am," I quickly replied, "No, it's not like that. I said that I will take responsibility for you, so I will fulfill your responsibility. Don't deliver food anymore. Come back to my house." Bin Ningbing bit her lips. Give it to me. She still had not completely forgotten the shock of her bankruptcy. Perhaps now I was most afraid of someone betraying me. Seeing her, I felt like protecting her even more. Believe me, even if someone gave me $1 billion, I would never sell you. Truth is, I would never. After all, Bai Ningbing reluctantly came back home with me. Then suddenly I remembered something. I quickly turned and reminded her. And yes, Bai Ningbing, even though I have brought you back, you are still my canary. Your responsibilities have not changed. Yes, but I myself started feeling a little guilty saying that I will be the sugar mummy. Bai Ningbing just kept looking at me silently. Then she moved her head and became obedient as usual. I hesitated a bit and said, "So at home, first take off your upper t-shirt." Bai Ningbing paused for a moment. Then she immediately understood what I was saying. She glared at me angrily but still silently took off her t-shirt. "Okay now?" Yes, of course, I kept saying Sir Lara again, and pants too? I was about to remind her that her pants should also be changed, but then I saw that she was sitting on the sofa very casually. She took off her pants and started wearing new clothes. After listening to me, she looked up. What happened? What I had just seen started flashing in my mind, then some things from last night also came to my mind. My face turned red. I stuttered and said, "First, I will bring the first date box." I never knew before that Bai Ningbing tolerated pain so little. She had scratches on both her knees due to falling from the electric scooter. When I was applying the medicine, she would sigh in pain as soon as I touched her lightly. There was no one else near me. There was no way. I slowly applied the medicine and then started blowing lightly on the wound. Only then did she stop moaning in pain. While collecting the first box, I could not stop myself and said, "Who is going to be brought up here, you or me?" She would listen to everything I told her. She would do whatever I told her. She would do all the household work with full dedication. Many a times, after listening to my words, her face would turn red with anger. Her whole body would start to tremble slightly, but she would not say anything. She would just silently tolerate everything. I would feel a strange happiness after seeing her face red with anger. But these good days of mine did not last long. One day suddenly my father came to my house because I had the news of keeping Bai Ningbing with me. The news of keeping Bai Ningbing with me was the news of all the rich people. It was spread in the circle that some proud people were jealous of me because Bai Ningbing was the first to come to me, but even more than them, there were people who were enemies of Bai Ningbing earlier. When she was ruling the world of business, she was always a person who took strict decisions and no one would dare to speak in front of her. But as soon as she fell, her old enemies did not sit still. By keeping her with me, I had not only lightened her debt but had also saved her from the evil eyes of the people, but because of this, I myself became their target, and in the world of business, the ways of attacking never diminish. First of all, my father's company was attacked. My father said with his hand on his chest, "Fan Yuan, can't we stop keeping her with us?" I was shocked and started watching the shares of the company continuously falling. Instead of being red, now everything was looking green. I was deeply confused from within. After all, I had promised Bai Ningbing that since I have kept her with me, I am also responsible for her. Who would have thought that the matter would reach this far? Father started showing me the condition of the company. Almost every employee was scared. Worry was clearly visible on everyone's faces, as if they would lose their jobs at any moment. Among them were many uncles and aunts who had seen me growing up since childhood. Their hair was already there. I had turned gray and started feeling very guilty. Because of my stubbornness, so many people had fallen into trouble. I could not ignore my family, but I was not able to understand how to say this to Bai Ningbing. On the other hand, Bai Ningbing did not know anything till now. She was wearing a maid's dress as usual and serving food on the dining table, 3 vegetables and a soup, all of my choice. If on any other day, I would have got such food, I would have liked it. Surely it would have made her happy in some way or the other, but today I just ate a couple of cans and then went straight to my room. I lay down on the bed and kept thinking like this for a long time. Then someone came into the room behind me. A light sigh followed me. The familiar scent of his body spread throughout the room. For some time I did not move at all. Then I heard the faint sound of Binning Bing. What happened today? Why are you so sad? I had not been able to think anything till now, so I just avoided it and said, "It is that time of the month." Maybe she had understood that I was unwell. Without saying anything, she picked up the quilt and came and lay down near me. She took me in her arms and then placed her warm hands on my temples. "I pressed your head." I wanted to refuse, but I was not afraid that she might start thinking too much, so I let her do it. Her fingers slowly started massaging my temples. Within a short time, I started feeling very relaxed. I asked Bing Bing, "How long have you known all this?" She smiled lightly, "Just teaching you a little bit." A few more days passed, but father was still not able to find any solution to the company's problem. Every day the lions were falling further and lower. Now I could no longer keep up. I practiced many times as to how to tell Bai Ningbing that I can no longer keep her with me. I took a deep breath and opened the bedroom door. Bai Ningbing was sitting facing me. She was in front of the computer. The screen was still on. I went near her only then. My eyes were fixed on the big words written on the screen. Woman kept on how to win the heart of her sugar daddy complete guide. I was just standing there in surprise when Binning Bing closed that webpage with the speed of lightning, then she turned towards me and asked what happened. I pointed towards the computer. "What were you looking at right now?" she said. "You have already seen it, then why are you asking?" But still I was thinking whether to tell the truth or not. Finally I said, "Yes, I saw it." She let out a small sigh. "These days there is nothing in your mind about me. My interest is decreasing. Neither do you kiss me, nor hug me, nor sleep with me. I feel that perhaps I am about to lose my job." The more she spoke, the lower her voice became, and finally, a slight complaint was also heard in her voice. "Have you found someone out there who likes me more than me?" I was shocked for a moment after hearing this. I thought that I had not found anyone like that, but perhaps she was really beginning to feel that her job was about to be lost. My soul, my heart again and again. Wavering, everything could not escape Bai Ningbing's eyes. She narrowed her eyes and was like, "It's okay. Anyway, I never fully trusted those words of yours from the beginning. I will never leave you. After all, every person gets bored one day. I can understand it. I don't know what trouble I had last time on the food delivery platform. Now I have to go there again. Will I get the job or not?" She pursed her lips and the glow of stubbornness and refusal to accept defeat was clearly visible in her eyes. Seeing her so strong, the guilt inside me increased further. I pulled her into my arms. "Bai Ningbing, please forgive me." As soon as I apologized, her whole body became stiff. The atmosphere between us also suddenly became cold. "The truth is that I can no longer keep you with me because ever since I have brought you with me, my father's company is constantly being targeted by people. The company is almost going to be ruined, although I really like you very much, but I am helpless. As soon as I said this, suddenly it felt as if the coolness in the room had disappeared. Bing Bing looked at me. What did you just say? What? No, not the matter of family, not even the matter of my father's company being the target. After that's enough for me. Bing Bing still needed some time to find a new place to live. Therefore she could not leave my house that very day. But now that everything was clear, there was no burden on my heart without stopping day and night. Slowly I started to feel that perhaps I didn't want to let her go. I told my father to stay for a few more days. He said he understands. But the strange thing happened that after the same day, the lions of our company and the companies which had together attacked our business, their tax evasion, substandard products, and many other irregularities started coming to light one by one. He no longer had time to deal with his own problems. Immediately they started conspiring against us. Fang Yuan, let them get out of this trouble first. When they regain their composure they will target us again. I replied softly, okay. After hanging up the phone, I turned around, binging as usual, but 2 days later, many of the companies that were targeting us declared bankruptcy one by one. Papa was completely surprised. How did this happen? These were not small companies. How did everything suddenly come to an end? I didn't go bankrupt? Whoever talks nonsense in front of him is sure to be ruined. As soon as I heard this, my mind became completely numb. Not bankrupt? Who? Binan Ga Bing, the same Bining Bing whom I used to tease by pressing under me every day. I was so shocked that I couldn't even hear the footsteps coming towards the door. I just stood there like a statue. The door opened. Binan, did you hear anything? I quickly brought the head. No, I haven't heard anything, not at all. He took the code with a slight wink. Then why are you so nervous? I turned immediately. No, I'm just very happy. I love this habit very much. As soon as I heard this, my eyes went dark. Now I am gone. It was clear from the way she talked that she had never really gone bankrupt. As soon as I remembered everything I had done to her, I felt like dying of shame and covered my face with both my hands. Just don't talk now, you weren't bankrupt, you still let me keep you, how can you be so strange? He raised his head, then slowly bit my ear. Fang Yuan, why should I suffer so much? I almost gagged him, but he didn't get angry at all. Instead, he slowly took out his tongue and licked my palm lightly. Feeling the touch of her hot and slightly moist tongue, I feel that you were insulting me? Or were you rewarding me? As soon as I heard him, I remembered all those moments when I used to bother Bining Bing. His reddening face, his reddened ears, his trembling body. If my sympathy started roaming slowly in places. I completely lost my control. I caught hold of Bing Bing and dropped it straight on the bed. Just see today, if I leave you, my name Fang Yu will also be hiding under the quilt in anger. Wasn't even showing his face. Just then Bining Bing came near my bed with a plate of hot breakfast. I stuck my head out from the quilt and said angrily, "You have given me the temptation to eat?"